The question of what is my purpose is a question that a lot of people getting into adulthood ask themselves often enough. And folks who are grown ups already, they ask themselves that question: what is my purpose? What am I doing here on this earth? What is the purpose that God put me here? This is a question that have been, it has been asked by many and answered by very few. Quite honestly, a lot of people go to their to their grave without even knowing what purpose that they serve on this earth. And it's a pondering question because you ask yourself every single day, well, where's the purpose of anything? Where's the purpose of me getting up every single day, going to work? What is the purpose of me, following the rules? What is the purpose of me, being a law-abiding citizen? What is the purpose of all of that? Well, we created just to follow what others said, or what truly is my purpose? So I will share with y'all my view of what purpose is, and of course, for everybody, it will be different. So take what I say with a grain of salt. This applies to me, and hopefully, it gives you an idea of how to find your own purpose, because everybody's purpose is unique. So I grew up in a communist country. I grew up with very little. I grew up with a government telling me what to do, how to do things, and when to do it all the time. Everybody in Cuba, feels pretty much the same. So everybody has this feeling inside of what is really my purpose in life. I mean, we are told what to do all the time. So you focus your purpose on your what you can control, and that is your family. However, family over the years, I'm not gonna say that it becomes intolerable, but it's not the same. Family is not the same as you remember when you were growing up until you became an adult. When you're growing up and you are a child, you really, your world is mom and dad and grandparents and whatnot, and they do nothing wrong because you don't know any better. But as you grow up, you see things different. Things that you may perhaps follow, but things that you perhaps are not willing to follow, and you want to break those habits. Say that you grow up in a house where there was a lot of physical abuse, and you don't want to do that ever again, or be in that type of relationship. Well, you have a choice, and then you move from that, or you follow those steps. I mean, each person have to make their own decision. But the point that I'm trying to make is, in order for you to find your purpose, you need to first find who you are and who you want to be. And you only find that out as you grow older. I mean, when you're a kid, you really don't know anything at all. Now, where I come from, when you turn 15, you pretty much are an adult. In fact, folks ask me this all the time. Is it true that in Cuba you can buy alcohol when you're 16? You are considered a full-blown adult when you are 16 in Cuba. Full-blown. So it's a little different here in the U.S. But to the point at hand, in finding your own purpose, because you really do need to find your purpose in life, because otherwise you're just a zombie. You don't know who you are, nothing. So you need to find your purpose, and like I mentioned, in Cuba it was pretty much around family, and once you grow, some family want you to grow up. Some others tend to have this narcissistic tendencies as no, it's all about your parents, and if your parents are the narcissistic people or grandparents or whatever, whoever raised you, and they want you to be in their possession. And I'm going to use possession as a control mechanism. So you need to break from that, because that will not give you any purpose whatsoever. In fact, the moment that those persons are not on this earth anymore, what is your purpose then? You see what I'm saying? So a family will provide a purpose for a lot of people. What it did to me when I moved here to the US, I made my own family. And as I told Dee all the time, I literally trimmed the fat on everything. And I narrow my world to those who are in my house. Those who are in my house are my wife, my son, and my 2 pugs. That's it. That gives my purpose that gives me a sense of purpose. Why? Because every decision that I made is for the better of my wife, my son, and my 2 dogs. That's it. Why? You and a lot of folks ask this all the time. Whoa, you got to consider your parents, this and that. Well, my parents lived their life the way they want to. My parents made the decisions that they made based on, well, whatever they thought it was better. It is now my turn to make those decisions on my own. And I don't allow my parents to come and make decisions for me, because this is my family. You see what I'm saying? So my family, my little tiny family, provides me with the purpose that I need to move forward. Also, my family gives me the anchor that I need to be centered. Like I mentioned before, every decision that I made with my family in mind. So everything have to be for their benefit, not for mine, for my family's benefit. Which, by removing myself from the equation, at least I'm assuring that I am not becoming some of the things that I hate, which is be narcissistic. I really do not like narcissistic people. I really do not. It's something that infuriates me when people put themselves before their family. It's just not in my nature. I don't like it, and I don't want to deal with it. Therefore, what I have done my entire life is put my little tiny family before anything else. As I mentioned, that will provide you a purpose, and by providing you a purpose, it will provide you an anchor, especially during chaos and whatnot, or a chaotic situation, whether it's a hurricane, whether it's an imminent collapse or whatever. It provides you that anchor that you need so you can make decisions, not to harm others, but for the better of your family. The lack of purpose, especially in man, I would say that it breeds weakness. It breeds weakness because you will become complacent. You will be fearful. You will not have that strong mindset of, I have to do it here. And here's the thing. This is a funny thing. Those who have children know this better than anybody else. The moment that your first child is born, and the moment that you hold that baby in your hands, you have this huge urge to protect that child like you had nothing you ever felt before. And that right there becomes your purpose, your anchor, your reason for being alive. Am I wrong? Let me know down the comment section below, because a lot of people don't understand this feeling until it actually happened. And it is a true feeling. It's like nothing that I can put into words. Now, the whole idea of being an anchor and having a right mindset, especially when you going through hardships. Imagine that you don't have that family that you depend on, that anchor. You can drift fairly easy. It is said that you learn bad words faster than you learn how to speak properly. That is true, because the bad things you will pick up a lot faster and a lot easier than the good things. It takes effort to constantly be good. It really does not take any effort to destroy. It's just the way it is. And that anchor, because you have the purpose to protect that family, will provide you with the incentive of being good, because you don't want anything bad to happen to them. Well, you will try your best to be as good as possible for their benefit. Perhaps not for yours, but for their benefit. At the end of the day, I do feel that finding that purpose in life, and again, for you may be different. Maybe your purpose is, take care of your dogs. That's your purpose in life, and you find enjoyment in that. And that centers you on pretty much everything. Your life revolves about that. I mean, we know folks here in Alaska who their entire life is about dogs, mushing and whatnot, and that's their passion, their life, and they do everything, based on that, and that's their purpose, and they find purpose in that. To me, it's my little family. My family means absolutely and totally everything to me. I make these videos especially for those of you who had never gone through any hardships, because let's face it, the United States of America realistically had not gone through severe hardships. The United States of America has been shielded from the rest of the world in a way. And I come here to share with y'all my experience. That way you can take what is useful and apply it to yourself. That way, if God willing it never happens, we have to deal with some craziness, well, we at least are prepared. And that way, and you may think that I'm nuts thinking about this, but that way I protect my family by not having to worry about those who are not prepared. So in a way, again, the things that I do is for the benefit of my family, and by educating people and encouraging people to be prepared, I am protecting my family. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. I want to wish you all a happy Thanksgiving. I hope you're having a great one. Like I always, rock on, prep on, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye, everybody.